was up? Hold on a second. We're gonna do an audio check because my last video didn't have audio, but it could be the fucking chaos that just happened. Hold on a second.
Hi, Priestess.
Can you hear anything? The video that I'm live on right now? I'm having my daughter see if my video has audio. Can you hear it? Perfect. Okay. Damn, guys. Forget the charades in the intro. After that video, I got up and I took out the trash. I had my headphones on. I was jamming. And as I walked through the alley, through the back of our building, there was a woman crying on a man, but I mean crying from her soul, louder than my headphones, louder than anything. And my spirit told me it felt like someone died. Something terrible has happened. Terrible has happened. As I walk past her, and I drop my trash, and I come in, and then I chill for a while, and I'm doing some shit. I'm here with the kids, and then I decide to go down. I tell my son to walk the dog. And as he goes to walk the dog, there's police outside. There's all kinds of police outside. And I don't know what's going on. I don't ask. I stick to myself. I don't get into shit. They're here kind of often. And then we come back up. And then right now, this is like literally an hour, 45 minutes later, I go down. And as I'm going through the freaking building, I see tons of police up on the 6th floor.
How old was the kid?
I don't know yet. I see tons of fucking police on the 6th floor. And I send a message to Morgan, and I'm like, Morgan, I call her actually, because she knows what's going on around her. She doesn't answer. And then I send her a message, and I'm like, do you know what's going on the 6th floor? She doesn't say anything. So then I go outside. The police are still here. Obviously, I can see them. I was like, there's too many police in the building. Something had to have happened in the building. And I sit down, and I'm just jamming, and I open my Facebook, bro. And it's on Facebook. That fast. And a part of me didn't want to share it, but it's like, the part of me that wants to protect my privacy is as if I had somebody that I needed to look out for. You know what I mean? And I don't have to look over my shoulder to nobody, so that's why I'm not afraid to say it. Because at first I saw it, and I open it, and of course it shows our address, and it says, a child falls out of a 6-story hotel. An open window in a 6-story hotel. And I just look up and I was like, oh my God, Becky, is that what's happening around here? And I look around and the lady's like, yes. She didn't even know I had my headphones on. I was like, I just saw it on Facebook, dude. She's like, you saw it on Facebook? I was like, yeah, the news has already reported it. I didn't even know what happened. And I look up, and as I look up, the police are pulling off. And I'm like, holy shit, bro. They said the child didn't die. I mean, not the news report. The girl in the parking lot said it didn't. But that, I mean, the cry that was cut from that woman made sense to what was going on. The weird part was she was on the other side of the building from where it supposedly happened. And ultimately, we have these enormous fucking windows, bro, that have no screens on them. And if you were to open them, you could easily lose your life. And they said that the ones, I don't know if it was one the police were at the bedroom. I don't know if the parent opened the window or what, but I knew something was wrong, dude. And I'm just like, damn, I'm like right in it. And that's how disassociated I am from the world I live in. Like how much I mind my own fucking business. Like I have no idea what's going on around me whatsoever. And that is tragic. And in the middle of it, something felt wrong. As I was walking with my son, I finally saw my case manager that I didn't talk to all day. She looked like she had tears in her eyes. And she just looked like she had too much. I was like, it looks like you got a lot going on. Just let me know when I can meet up with you. And I mean, that's unbelievably horrific, tragic for anybody. Not just the parents, but everyone that witnessed it and had to be part of it and was, breathing it in. And I'm right here in the middle of it and didn't even know it. You didn't feel that? I didn't. I didn't feel that chaos going around us. I was completely centered. I didn't feel it. I'm so in my own zone where the world outside me doesn't even exist unless I open my eyes to it with some kind of, curiosity. It's not that I'm completely ignorant, it's just a certain level of protection that, like, nothing touches me. And that's where I thought about it. Do I want to tell this story? Because then people will know where I live. And I'm like, I'm not ashamed of where I live. And anybody that's going to shame themselves coming looking for me, you come looking for trouble, you're going to get trouble, bro. Again, as I've always said, you're going to find Pac out there. You're going to find the Venezuelans. You're going to find fucking the hood coming around fucking with me. And these are my peoples. And Holy Spirit is all about this life, dude. So, in essence, it's like, there's always this, I need to protect my privacy so that people don't come, like, stalking me. Bro, roll up. I double dog dare you, bro, on any day of the week. Catch me out front where I be, burning the sage. They ask about me. Where's the witch bitch? She's out front. Ask about me. Don't come shitting in my backyard. But in the essence, I was like, holy shit. What does my body say? Nothing. My spirit won't tell me anything about this. Is the child okay? It won't tell me. I have a 0 point. It won't tell me if it's hurt or if it's going to be okay. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know if the child is conscious. I can't feel anything connected to the child. And I saw the parents. Or at least the mother. I said something last night in the stories about God's power and how I've seen in time babies thrown off of the fucking walls. And then something like this comes to be. Was that evil? Did the devil come in? Was God not part of this? Was all? Did he forsake that family? They call that a freak fucking accident. But in a sense of an accident could have been prevented. I have that same very fear of that window. I don't even go near that window. We have enormous windows there as long as the fucking wall. And you can slide that motherfucker. It's a sliding glass window. With absolutely no fucking screen on it. And they told us when we got in here not to touch those windows. But then you take out these people's air conditioning and they get a little tense. I don't know exactly the situation, but I'm telling you, none of these windows in any of these floors on any part of this building has a screen on it to protect anybody from falling out of it. And they tell you not to tamper with it. The window had to be open for the child to fall out of it. Who broke the rules? And what was the consequence of breaking these rules? Who paid for your fucking mistake? The child always pays for the fucking sins of the father and the mother. I can do it. Nobody will know. It'll be okay. We can get away with it. Everybody else does it. And until something like this happens, something tragic that makes them change the way things are, which is either going to have to force them to get some fucking screens on here, or literally bolt these motherfuckers down where these people can't do it, because they're going to keep trying to do it without fucking fearing the consequence, which they tell you. As a person that teaches you to break the rules, there is a time and place and an understanding of which rules are put in place to protect you. My son plays around all the time. Can I open the window? I always think he means open the window, but he just means open the blinds. And I don't want to because it's such a big window. I feel like the whole world is looking in on us. But on a full moon, and when the fucking fireworks are out there, open the window. Let's see the moon. Let's see the fucking fireworks. Let's see what's going on out there. Different kind of scenario. But I just want to show this is unbelievably tragic. And tragedy can strike at home. But as they say, Lightning doesn't hit the same place twice. This was waiting to happen, if it hasn't already happened before. If it hasn't already happened before. Now, you know what could be terrifying, as God's showing me right now, is the number on their door. Is a scripture in the Bible. What number do they live on? I don't know. I don't know the numbers of this place. Their lives are, you know what I mean? If the child survives, we're talking serious broken bones and shit. Whatever size child, a human being that falls off of a 6th-floor store, and all we have is pavement around this bitch, pavement and rocks, is not going to be okay. It's not going to be the person that they were before they fell. I didn't want to make a whole story about tragedy and all of this, but it's here. And it's, you know, some of these things, you know what I mean? It's like that one time you get in your car and you've had a drink, and you're not even as drunk as you normally are, but you're like, it's just that one drink that makes you take out a whole family, bro. And now you're going to jail for fucking manslaughter, and you're going to lose your family and everything because you broke a simple rule that's put in place to protect people and yourself. Man fought hard to put these things into play to protect other people so that things like this wouldn't happen. You have to understand certain rules shouldn't be broken. And when it comes to safety, that's the #1 rule, bro. Don't put people's lives in danger for simple pleasure. You're hot. But now look at what you did, bro. Look at what's happened. And that didn't just affect that family, bro. Everybody watching. The ambulance didn't get here right away. You've got to know how long they get here pretty fast. Police response here is fast. How long did it take them to call, bro, and get here? How many people saw it? Because they all hang out on the parking lots, dude. How many people drove by? It was on the main street. How many people saw this, bro? Saw a child of what age fall to the ground and what would appear fall to death? Definitely blood and broken bones. Because of what? Because you were hot? Are they even parents anymore? Was that their only child? That one mistake is going to cost their whole lives. If the child survives, they will have to cater to this child's broken body for their stupid mistake. Where's God? He's here. What'd he do? He sheltered a person like me from seeing something like that. But he didn't shelter the other people from seeing it. Not here at the family shelter. Good, all the way to the top. That's gonna be the fact it's already hit the news. Like this child's that's some fucked up lessons being taught right there. And you think about the soul inside that body. Did that soul know it signed up for this? A wheelchaired life? Who should we blame? All I'm hearing is, I don't know his name, Billy something. Choices. The Bible is full of choices. It's a sad day today, bro. That's a sad day. And you could feel it too, though. As soon as I came back in the building. As soon as I knew it, I came running in the building. And the whole building is absolutely squeaky quiet. Everybody's just in shock and terror. That's trauma, bro. That's traumatizing to witness and be part of. That's an unbelievable trauma. This is supposed to be a safe place, bro. Especially for children. I don't know. Again, you can only see it from an outside perspective. I see the bigger picture, and I'm not supposed to choose a side to what this is, but have understanding, compassion, and forgiveness towards God for what has been and what will be. There's no devil. The devil didn't push that baby out the fucking window. You'd like to say something like that to make yourself feel better at night. The devil is the shame and pain that's going to haunt those parents' fucking brain for the rest of their life. I am not the bringer of karma. I am the understanding of karma. I don't bring it. You're in it. All I can do is bring understanding to what you're in and how to break free from it. Six stories. How old was the child? I don't know. Does it matter? Could have been my 13-year-old. Is she going to be okay after 6 stories falling out that window? Maybe. She ain't going to be the same, though. She ain't going to be the same. You can't bubble wrap your babies, bro. I Nemo'd my kids real hard. Tried to keep them away from the world that was outside of them. I made sure my kids never knew what drugs were. But yet, one day, my daughter was out there rolling around on her roller skates and finds a big old, huge, dude, it had to be an 8-ball. An 8-ball of meth, bro. Big old bag. It just brings it to me. She'd never seen it before. She didn't know what it was. She's like, look what I found. I like to die, bro. I did die. I panicked so bad. I called the police, all kinds of shit, bro. I spent my whole life protecting them from a fucking bag like this, and she gets the biggest bag in the fucking... She finds the biggest bag in the world, bro. Had it been fentanyl and she picked it up, it could have killed her. I didn't teach her not to pick up baggies. I didn't teach her any of that. I just wanted her not to know what it was. And she didn't. And her curiosity could have killed her. I had to sit there with the police officer and teach her not to ever pick up baggies like that. Not to ever touch, syringes and pipes and fucking shit like that, dude. I had to teach her drug abuse 101, dude. I worked so hard to keep them away from a life that is really out there. And I realized I can't keep them away from it. I have to prepare them for it. The things they will see. The way people will talk to them. How they will react. How their minds work. How to deal with them. I can't prepare them for everything, but I can get them in the right mindset. That of a Christ mindset. To have a higher understanding. Don't judge them so quick. You know what I mean? And that's where it is like, as much as she's judgy, she'll analyze you, but she'll be very kind and forgiving because she'll see you as small and weak. My daughter, yeah, whatever works in the essence. But there's so much. These are hard times. They're the trials and tribulation days, and we're going to see horrors beyond our capacity to understand. And we've got to prepare ourselves mentally for such things. And that's the scary shit in all of these books that they said would come to see. They didn't have the words to describe what they were seeing because they didn't understand the technology, what they were, they didn't understand that those were planes falling out of the sky when they saw that type of shit. They didn't understand how to, and that's me, is searching for words to teach you what, I see. But they saw it. All of them saw it. The prophetic visions of the future. And they tried to prepare us for these days. The toll number has gone up to 90. And I don't know if they found all the bodies, but they said, the 27 young girls that were at the Mystic Camp in Texas are accounted for and considered dead. That's one, that's one of God's reigns. He reigned one day and took away 90 people. We live in a really, really bad time because it's the end times. And this stuff has to play out for it to end. And we can't get caught up in the play. That's where it really is walking in the spirit and not dying to the flesh during these times. What does that mean? Again, back to that mother. She'll die in her mind and to her flesh from the pain of this situation. This situation will destroy her for the rest of her life, if she lets it. If she doesn't find God in this, the strength from God to go on, the guilt and the shame and the humiliation and the pain of her mistakes will eat her up until she'll kill herself or she'll want to die. That's the devil that you guys created. It's a sickness of the mind. It's not something outside of you. Something that happens inside of you. It's the same thing that happened to Adam and Eve when they disobeyed God. They ran from God before he ever said anything to them. They ran from their mistake. They didn't ask for forgiveness. They just ran and kept running from their fear of persecution. And in essence, just creating a hell for themselves instead of just going back and facing it. And Jesus, that parent, is forgiven. I forgive you. God forgives you. Your child forgives you. Will she forgive herself? Will she accept that forgiveness? Or will she hang herself on that cross every day for the rest of her life for the mistake that she made? Will others hang her on that cross for the rest of her life? Yes. Forever. It'll be her fault. You did this. This is your fault. The persecution of man shall be felt. Only in Jesus can you be redeemed. Can you accept that forgiveness and start to let it to breathe inside of you, where you can forgive yourself? Forgive yourself, for you knew not what you did. And that's what it is. I would have never done that if I knew this was going to happen. Yeah, that's how we all stand in that moment. And that's why we're all forgiven. Because if we knew that it would lead to this, we would have never done it. It's hard to forgive yourself, even though nobody else will. But that's where peace comes from. You'll have no peace until you forgive yourself. Until you accept that he forgives you. If no